Hi everyone, how are you? I am Professor Casey Jones. I'm a real life person. I am the person that's bugging you in all of your assignments and asking you questions and pushing you to look at your topics through a different lens other than your own. And it's hard. I have to do the same thing for myself. Like, let's go look at it from another way. And I just want to say that your topics are great and you're working through them, and I really like what I'm seeing. I can see your minds at work. However, I am starting to see that I'm giving some of the same notes as I gave last week. So if there's a hole in your logic, if the plan already exists, if it's illegal, if it's unconstitutional, you need to deal with that. Because after this week, it's going to start to get harder and harder and harder to get away with that stuff in the assignments. So now is a great time to really dig into the research and to go to Gale opposing viewpoints and context and really examine the other side of the issue. If it already exists, then what's the issue? Okay, so you got to read those notes, because if it's the same thing over and over, eventually that stuff is going to catch up to you when it comes to the assignments and the rubrics. So really take a good look at those notes and then make some adjustments, okay? And look, I want you to know 100% that everybody is welcome in my class. I don't care how you roll. I might disagree with you. You probably disagree with me. Whatever. That's fine. This isn't Twitter, okay? Thankfully. So we're not fighting in here. We're having elevated discussions from an academic standpoint. I want you to really think about that, all right? We are not fighting each other. We're fighting the issue in this class. Now, out in the world, everybody can be fighting each other all they want, and you can see that it usually just makes things worse. If we are really addressing issues and we are taking in consideration everyone's point of view and looking for the best possible solution, things get done. Now, obviously, we're not going to cure cancer in this class. We're probably not going to cure world hunger. There's lots of things we're not going to fix in here. But having an elevated discussion about it, and we get many other people to have an elevated discussion about it, chances are good that eventually things get worked out. So it's all respectful. I don't care if you disagree with me. I know you don't care if I disagree with you. We should disagree. Okay, we should be able to disagree and have a conversation that doesn't hurt anybody or slander anyone or make them feel less than. Okay, we want everyone to leave this class with their dignity. So respect is important, and I think you're all doing a really good job of that. Now it's time to take what you think you know and turn it on its ear and really look at the notes. They are not meant to criticize. They're helped to make your argument stronger and stronger and stronger as we go. Okay? Now, there are two things, though, I do want to really point out about every assignment. It always costs money. It always costs money to implement something. So I'm starting to see that, oh, we'll start right away and there won't be any costs. Not true. Anything that you're going to implement is going to cost money. That's number one. Number two, it's always going to take longer to implement than you think. So be realistic. Be realistic. You have some great topics, but some of them are incredibly complicated to actually implement. So I want you to think about that, all right? It always costs money. It always takes longer than you think. Okay? So you're doing a great job. Keep it up. I'll keep putting those notes in. Read them, and get better and better and better at your critical thinking. I love everything about what I'm seeing, and just dial it up. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you later. Bye.